What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle Pancis. If it's your first time tuning in, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. If not, thanks for your continued support. I'm here with my 2004 Saab 9.5 Aero. We have 261,000 miles on this car. It is running amazing. I did spring an oil leak. If you guys watched the previous upload, there was a little bit of an oil leak when we serviced the car, which was very odd to me because we've done all of the oil pan seals and gaskets, and we did the main seal here on the front of the passenger side here as well, like 2 years ago. Usually you get more than 2 years out of them. But anyway, so we sprung this leak, and of course, I started taking apart the car. I figured for 15 bucks, I might as well start with this seal over here behind the crank, which we did. I already have it back together. So anyways, let's hop into this. I'm going to explain what's going on. Alright guys, so I forgot my GoPro camera, so I'm doing some updates for you on my phone. But I've gone ahead and taken apart this top here. I've degreased this side of the engine because it was a little greasy. But you guys can see our engine mount here is busted. So when we start springing leaks on your car, you can start to ask yourself questions as you go, because I've done the seal here before, and this was a little bit moist with oil here. So, you know, I don't know. I also did the valve cover gasket last year, and I wonder if that's leaking there, but I also don't really know. And I don't feel like doing that again at the moment. So based on what I'm seeing with a little bit of seepage here, you guys can see some oil, all right, on my finger coming off there. I'm wondering if that seal is leaking again. So I'm gonna go ahead and first, it was like $8, whatever. So I'm gonna replace this and drive the car again after I clean up all this oil. So I've cleaned up this entire timing chain cover of oil, because obviously it gets spun into the belt there, so it gets a little dirty. But little update for you. Not so dirty, but it was dirty. It was greasy. But you guys can see inside there, I degreased everything, and that's the deal. All right, guys. So the crank pulley is back on. I gotta put the belt and everything back on. You guys can see we have the oil and everything pretty cleaned up nicely on the side of the engine. There's a little bit of oil dripping still there, it looks like, from the oil pan. I'm not sure where that could be coming from there. Let's see. Anyways, the whole point of this discussion is the things you should check out. This passenger side engine mount, as you guys saw in the video I just uploaded before this from my cell phone, this failed, and I think that failure has caused some of the oil to leak. Now, for 15 bucks, I went ahead and just changed the seals again on the side of the motor. The last thing I want to do is pull the oil pan down. It's like a job that I don't necessarily want to do unless I have to. So I figured for 15 bucks we knock out that, since it's easy to do, and we found out that the engine mount was busted. So I guess the point of this video is that we're going to find this oil leak, and I think we're narrowing it down now. After we get this new engine mount back in, I'll be able to start the engine and kind of see where the moisture's coming from again. I think I see some moisture coming from something else there, which we'll check out here in this video. But this whole top side of the engine, as you guys can see, is really nice and clean. And we discovered that the engine mount was busted. So I guess the word of the wise here is check your engine mounts. Make sure that they are properly replaced, like 60 to 80,000. I probably have an oil leak, it looks like, there on the rear, on the timing chain tensioner, which is a common thing as well on these engines. So we'll have to get to that as well in another video. But for now, you guys can see the most of this engine here is pretty cleaned up nicely. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, but it doesn't matter. We're just gonna get the basics, which we've done. So I'm gonna order the seals for that as well. And also just kind of uploading this video to let you guys know that check your engine mounts, because they can cause oil leaks prematurely, because the engine is rattling extra and vibrating a lot. So hold on one second, let's check out this engine one more time. I think I might spot some other oil leaking. which could cause this oil pan to be moist. So let's see what this is. Alright guys, so I'm underneath the engine here, and you guys can see, let me move this in so I can roll. So there is the corner, this bolt right here appears to be very moist with oil. I'm not sure if it's maybe from my cleaning of the engine here that's extra oily or not, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up as well so I can further inspect it at another point. I'm really not too sure what that goes to. Or what it's for, to be honest. It looks like it's like a 16mm bolt with some sort of crush washer on it. So let me get some degreaser in there. You guys can see all that degreaser working. Definitely good stuff. Literally dripping oil. It's crazy. See how it separates and just drips. Literally looks like oil. Fascinating stuff. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave you off on this video with this note. We degreased everything here. You guys can see it's nice and dry, or clean. Dry, it's still moist in there from water. Did some degreasing and then soapy water. But I think what I'm going to do is get this thing up and running now that we cleaned it and see if it re-leaks and from where. I'll monitor it. I'll probably just have the engine running in this position once we get, you know, obviously this kind of back together. I feel like there'll be enough oil pressure to see where it might be seeping from after a few minutes, so it's probably the best move for us, so I can just knock this out before the winter, because as you guys are well aware, this car is always on the road, and if we got oil leaks, it's not good. So we drive 20-30,000 miles a year. We need to make sure this thing maintains oil in its pan so we don't have any other issues. So that's a wrap, guys. So I think that engine mount failure caused this oil leak. Usually something like that would hyper accelerate a failing or aged gasket or scenario that could be unfolding over time slowly and accelerate. So for now, please like, share, and subscribe, and check your engine mounts, guys. Thanks for watching.